All right. Hey guys. It's Megan Thomas from All Dogs Allowed, hoping that you guys can see me and hear me and that everything is going well with this live stream. Please keep in mind that if you guys do ask any questions during this YouTube live broadcast, that I am on about a 20-second delay. I think it's about 15 to 20 seconds. So if I don't happen to notice your question or anything like that, please, just bear with us. This is working with, new technology. I have about two screens going on here and then another computer in the background just to ensure that everything that is going on is good. So hi guys. I hope that you are enjoying your Wednesday night and that we're not getting any cabin fever. I'm hoping that these Dognition live streams kind of give you guys something to watch, something to do, something to think about doing with your dog. And so I wanted to take you guys through this entire kind of Dognition process from start to finish together. So I hope that you guys have fun, first and foremost. So you can't see her, but Olive, come here. Come here, Olive. Let me change my webcam so that you guys can see my dog, Olive. Right here, Bolly, come here. Yeah, good girl. So this is my dog, Olive. For those of you who have not met her yet, I know that Theo kind of gets all of the attention and all of the all of the videos tend to be about Theo because he's a little bit more extroverted, more social, more flashy, and Olive is not necessarily. And that's why I wanted to take the Dognition games and do her first versus Theo because, I feel like you guys might get a little Theo'd out, and it's nice to have Olive just kind of take the camera and be a part of the action sometimes. So Olive, she is about 6.5 years old now. Actually, next week is her adoptiversary. I will have had her for 2 years. I got her pretty much right after my previous dog, Pork Chop, passed away. So for those of you who have been with All Dogs Allowed for a while, you know that I had kind of a pit bull boxer bulldog named Pork Chop. You'll actually see a picture of her when we jump into my Dognition profile because I did do the Dognition cognitive tests with her a couple of years ago, a few years back. And so after Pork Chop passed away rather suddenly, unfortunately, from a brain tumor, and there was nothing that we could do. We were very lonely. Coming home to an empty house is not something that anybody wants to do after having the perfect dog that we had for 8 years. And we went and visited a lot of different shelters, checked on Petbinder, looked at all the different rescue websites, had friends of mine in the rescue world kind of putting their feelers out for that perfect dog. And I don't know. We went on Durham APS's website one night on a Sunday night, and we saw a picture of her, and something just spoke to us, and we said, we got to go visit this dog. We actually visited with 4 dogs that day. One of their dogs looked identical to Pork Chop, could have been her twin. A little bit more pity, but could have been Pork Chop's twin. And I just thought, this dog's gonna have a hard enough time. She's already gonna have really big shoes to fill. So we're gonna look at some of the other dogs, and Olive was the only dog where they said to me, we can't bring her to a visitation room. You have to go to her kennel because she's just terrified of the whole world. And we went to her kennel, went into her kennel, and Olive immediately went, oh, I don't know you. And she ran through the guillotine door and was on the other side, I don't know you. I don't trust you. You're scary to me. And I just thought to myself, that's our dog. For those of you who don't know me that well, it's myself and my boyfriend, our entire family. Both of our families live in Maine, so we are, very far removed from visitors. He's very introverted, and even as extroverted as I am, we don't get a lot of visitors. We don't have children. We're not having children, and so our house, seem to be the perfect home for a dog who is scared of the whole world. And so Olive likes to stay home with us. She doesn't enjoy being outside. She doesn't enjoy necessarily being around others. She's not fear aggressive or just proactive aggressive in any way. She's not reactive aggressive in any way. She just prefers to be inside with her. She wants her world to be this big and she wants her friend circle to be this big, and that's okay. So we're going to be exploring a lot about Olive, and if you guys have a shy, introverted, cautious, fearful dog like Olive is, then it'll be interesting to see how she lines up with your dog if you guys do end up doing the Dognition test. Sorry, she's chewing on a bone right now. So if you guys hear lots of like scraping and crunching sounds, that's why. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that if there's awkward noises going on. So I think that's about it. Like I said, I've had her for about 2 years now. Absolutely love her. And so now what I'm going to do, so bear with me. I hope there's no technical difficulties. I am going to go ahead and switch over to the screen share and hopefully showcase the Dognition website for you guys. So give me a sec here on my other screen. All right, guys, so now you should hopefully be seeing the Dognition website. So please let us know in the chat if you guys can somehow no longer hear me, and if you cannot see the Dognition website. So that should be pulled up in front of you guys right now. This is what everybody sees. The only difference is right now I am signed in. So if you are not signed in, on here, it'll say, like sign in, I believe in this spot here. But Dognition, for those of you guys who don't know, is Dr. Brian Hare from the Duke University Dog Cognition Center. This is his citizen science program. So it's dog cognition, Dognition. You get it? So so on this, within the citizen science program, they really want to discover all of the genius of dogs, how dogs learn, how dogs process information, and you can help out, Dr. Hare and the Duke University Dog Cognition Center by doing the Dognition cognitive profile tests with your dogs. The cool thing is, if you actually look into Explore the Profiles, which is on this page here, there are actually 9 different cognitive profiles. So they have different characteristics and things like that. So you have Ace, Charmer, Socialite, Expert, Renaissance Dog, Proto Dog, Einstein, Maverick, and Stargazer. So by reading these names, you can probably already make your own judgments on, what could be within the parameters of those profiles. And so with Olive, with her being a little bit more reserved and I don't want to say fearful, but like reserved and cautious, but also really, really intelligent. Right now, without doing any of this stuff, without necessarily knowing a lot, I might consider her a stargazer. She tends to be the type of dog who hangs back and, kind of watches based on not reading through any of these profiles within the last 2 years. I did read through them when I did the test with Pork Chop. So I am going to, right now, she might be an Expert or an Einstein because this does say the thinker, but I'm not necessarily going to put her in the Socialite or Charmer category here. So I'm not sure. But right now, I'm leaning towards Stargazer, Einstein, and Expert. I might go through and read these when we take a break later and see. So, kind of clearing out of these pages here. So now we're in my Dognition homepage. So this is my personalized homepage. And disclaimer for you guys, just want you to know, in case this does get asked, I am not associated with Dognition at all. I am not getting any kickbacks or anything, from them. Dognition is just, they're a local company. They're over in Durham. I did volunteer to go over there, and do some work for them. So I actually was reached out to see about going on their website and looking over their website, just kind of a general public person to do that. But I am in no way, affiliated or partnered with Dognition at all. And All Dogs Allowed is not either. So looking at this homepage, you guys can see over here, you should be able to see my cursor. This is my dog Pork Chop, who already went through the Dognition games, and she did end up with the Charmer profile, which for Pork Chop, I did think that she was either going to be a socialite or a charmer based on the dimensions and the parameters of those cognitive profiles. You can see here that we did go through all 5 testing areas, and you can click on, read the report of what Pork Chop got as a charmer. So I've already taken up a lot of time doing the intro, so I am going to skip that. I might do that at the beginning of the next video or maybe at the end of this video, but for time, we're already about 11 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Olive. So all I have done so far with Olive is added her name and her dog information. So you guys will see here, all I've added is that she is a 6-year-old mixed breed. She's female. She is fixed. This is her weight. I picked a picture and everything like that. That is it. That's all I've done for Olive. So with Olive, with your dog, when you go to add your dog, that's what they're going to want to know. Your dog's name, age, how big they are, and what you are saying their breed makeup is. Next thing they will have you do is fill out a personality questionnaire. I actually started to fill this out before I planned on going live, and then I just thought to myself, well, these questions are actually pretty cool. It would give you guys a little bit of knowledge about Olive, and also if you're planning on doing the tests for your dogs, it would give you the knowledge of how this whole thing works and whether it would be worth your time or worth your money. So we're going to go ahead and get started with these. It's just 30 really, really quick and easy questions. So when you laugh, does Olive wag her tail? She is a tail wagger, but I would say when I laugh, I haven't necessarily seen her wag her tail. How often does Olive chase or snap at flies or other insects? I would say that is seldom as well. If there is like a bee or a fly that gets in here, she will kind of want to, snap at it if it's bugging her, but she doesn't necessarily hunt it down. Does Olive remember distant human relatives or acquaintances that only visit once or twice a year? Yes, we do have family that visits very seldomly, and she usually recognizes them because when we have visitors, she is usually very cautious and standoffish, but then she's just like, hey, wait a minute, let's just go ahead and go up to the people I've already met before, even if it's several months or a year later, she seems to remember them. Let's see, does Olive ever learn or solve a problem by watching you? Yes, she's done that before. We actually, with Olive, do a training method called modeling, and modeling is where you model the behavior or you have another dog model the behavior that you want your dog to learn, and Olive actually picks up very quickly by watching me or watching other dogs. If Olive cannot reach something, example, a toy that rolled under the sofa, does she try to get your attention for help? No, she has literally never done that. She's just like, oh, it's dead to me. I guess Theo will. So maybe Olive doesn't feel like she needs to, but she has never come to me in that regard. Does Olive ever intervene in an argument between you or other members of the household? Puts her head on your lap, nudges with nose, bark, etc. No. I'm going to say seldom because she might have once. So I can't say never, but I don't really ever get in arguments either. So does Olive spend most of her walks with her nose to the ground? I'm going to say sometimes. If I am walking her, she will have her nose to the ground. If my boyfriend is walking her and I have Theo and we're too far, Olive just wants to get to me. So she's really more of a sight dog versus a smell dog. Let's see. Does Olive come when called no matter how far away or how engaged in an activity she is? Usually. I would say 95% of the time. So I cannot say always. So I would say 95% of the time she does. Does Olive know when someone in your household arrives home before they walk through the door? For instance, she recognizes the sound of your car or jingles of key always. I know when my boyfriend gets home, and my boyfriend knows when I get home because she is absolutely letting us know. How many words does Olive know? Oh my gosh. I don't know off the top of my head. I would be willing to bet. Oh my gosh, she knows walk, she knows car, she knows park, she knows hungry, she knows food, she knows goody, and that's not even listing the behaviors that she knows. So I would be saying, oh gosh, Katie, what would you say? 11 to 20 or 21 to 50?
I would say
21 to 50? Okay. For Olive, we're going to say 21 to 50. Actually, let me make sure that I answered that correctly. How many words does Olive know? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally click something else. Does Olive steal food from right out from under your nose? I cannot say never anymore. I'm going to say seldom, because in the 2 years we have had her, she has done that one time. My boyfriend made a burrito and he asked me to watch it because Theo, our other dog, he is an opportunist and he will snag it. And Olive never will. And this one time I was keeping my eye on Theo and she did lick his burrito. All right. How often does Olive sniff other dogs' urine? I mean, I'm just going to say usually or always. I mean, that's kind of the point of going outside, is smelling where everybody else has smelled. So she does enjoy doing that. She enjoys not even just where other dogs have gone, but squirrels and birds and other wildlife. If Olive knows you have food or a toy, but you show her that one hand is empty, does she search the other hand? I'm actually not sure, because I have never done this with Olive, so I'm going to click not sure for this one. And sorry, guys, if this is a little boring for you. I'm going to get through these as fast as I can. If Olive loses a toy or a ball, will she keep looking back to you for information while searching? I'm just going to say not sure or does not apply, because well, you know what though, when she is searching for something, like in a find it game, she usually checks back with me. She wants to be in tune with me. If Olive has ever been scared or hurt by something in the past, does she now act nervously around similar objects? I'm going to say usually. If we don't do any training, then she will. She'll say, I remember this. Does Olive ever seek eye contact with you and hold your gaze for more than a few seconds? Yes, she does. I'm going to say usually there. Does Olive steal food when you are distracted or not paying attention? I'm going to say, I want to say never, because all she did was lick the burrito, but I'm going to say seldom, just for reference here. Does Olive tolerate you taking or touching her food? Well, I'm going to say always, because I've only done that once or twice, and it had to do with me forgetting a med or giving her the wrong food. But honestly, I don't touch my dog's food. I give them their food and then I leave them alone. So I don't need to take anything away from them. If you point towards a toy or a ball, will Olive follow your point to find it? Yes. I'm going to say usually. She has definitely done that in the past. If you put food in Olive's bowl while she is in another room, does Olive come running immediately? I'm going to say sometimes. We get fed at certain times, so I believe she knows the routine, like the time routine, more than just, food's coming, food's going to go in there. If you hide Olive's favorite toy where she can't get it, does she frequently return to where the toy is hidden for hours or even days afterwards? No. That's never happened. How often does Olive seem to hear things that you don't? Always. Her ears are huge, and they are way better than mine, and she gets very suspicious about who's outside. Does Olive get her leash tangled around trees or posts while you're walking? Oh, I'm going to say seldom. I feel like that's only happened maybe 5 times in the last 2 years. Does Olive learn new words and gestures with ease? She's very smart. She's very smart. I'm going to say usually. Does Olive look up when you talk? Either talking directly to Olive or someone else? Sometimes. She tunes in with me sometimes. When you cry, either in pain or sadness, does Olive offer comfort? put her head on your lap, nudge with nose, etc. I'm going to say sometimes. Theo is definitely more of the nurse dog in that regard. He wants to make everything better. Does Olive ever escape from your yard through a door or a gate even though it is shut? So, okay. So this one is difficult. So I'm going to say never because she will always be where I am at. However, if she is blocked from me, she will jump a barrier. So I'm going to say never because she's never escaped, but she can jump at least a 4.5, 5 foot fence if she wanted to. She could easily do it. She just doesn't want to because if I'm on the same side of it, she wants to be where I am. Let's see. Does Olive remember new commands or new words after you've only told her once or twice? I'm going to say sometimes for that one. She is very smart. I think it just depends on how big the repetition was. If it was something like food or goody or something like that, then yeah, she is going to remember. Does Olive understand you when you say sit? Always. This is something that she is very, very good at. Does Olive obey you when you say sit? I'm going to say somewhere between usually and always because I think she is a 95% dog. So there you have it. There are the 30 questions for the personality questionnaire. So if you guys are doing this with your dog, there is the personality questionnaire completely finished. So we're going to finish our registration. Yay! So awesome. So Olive is all registered and we can now start doing the Dognition tests. So those of you who have hung in up to this point, you now know a little bit more about Olive. You know a little bit more about what to expect from registering for Dognition. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the empathy tests. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to take a drink here and we will get rocking and rolling. All right, guys. So I'm not going to turn on my webcam just yet. We're going to click on play the games. So what I like about this screen share is in just a sec, I'm going to turn off my microphone and I'm going to turn on the desktop audio. So you guys should be able to see and hear the games that we are going to be playing. So let me go ahead and see if I can put this full screen for you guys. It looks like I can. So I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone and you guys can follow along with exactly what we're going to be doing.
So the first dimension that you will play with your dog is the empathy dimension. This is really fun. You get to find out how individualistic or how bonded your dog is to you relative to other dogs. The games are really simple. They don't require any equipment. It's designed as much for you as your dog to help you warm up and get the idea of how do these games work and how can you use our site. So enjoy finding out how empathic is your dog.
All right, guys, so that seemed to be relatively quiet for you guys, I'm pretty sure. So sorry about that. Let me see if there's anything on my side. Anything on my side that I can do for you guys, but we'll just see. We'll see how this goes. So if this is way too quiet, let me know. Go ahead and, type in the YouTube chat if you guys cannot see. Or I guess you can see, but if you guys cannot hear the videos, by all means, let me know because I want you guys to be able to follow along as well. So as you guys can see in this game, this warm-up has 2 goals: to get an idea of Olive's normal behavior and give her a moment to get acquainted with the assessment. So in this warm-up game, this is within empathy. One major reason dogs have been so successful as a species is their ability to read our emotions and connect with us as people. They comfort us when we're sad and they wag when we're happy. While some dogs pay close attention to how their owners are feeling, Others have different ways of connecting. So we're going to be playing this yawn game, this yawn warm-up. So we're going to go ahead and click play here. Hopefully we will be able to play these videos for you guys and have you hear and follow along with what we're going to be doing, and then I'll turn on my webcam and have you guys see. So the empathy games, we'll probably just go through this today to kind of keep this video a little bit shorter, maybe keep it around like 30-35 minutes, but we'll see. So let's go ahead. We got it. Let's begin. All right. So again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone so that way I can watch the videos as well and we're not getting feedback through my mic. And hopefully, I'll try to turn the videos up. Hopefully you guys can hear it well on your end.
What you need to play. Your dog. For this game, set up your play area as shown. We recommend playing this game in a closed room. You will play this game by saying the neutral word yellow every 5 seconds for 30 seconds. Have your partner hit start to begin. Your partner will signal you each time it's time to say the word.
Yellow. Yellow.
During this time, watch your dog for a yawn.
Yellow.
It's okay if your dog is not sitting directly in front of you, as long as you can see your dog.
Yellow.
After 30 seconds are up, another 2-minute timer will begin counting down. Continue to watch your dog for a yawn. Do not talk or interact with your dog during this countdown. You will then be asked if your dog yawned during either period. Only answer yes if you're sure you got a clear view of a real yawn. You and your dog will only play this game once.
All right, guys. So I think I overdid it. I think I turned that video up way too loud. So sorry if I burst your eardrums at all. Sorry about that. All right. So you guys got to watch that video, the same video that Katie and I just watched. Katie is going to be my partner in this. So I am going to be sitting down with Olive, as you guys can see here. She can be standing, sitting, or lying down in front of me. I'm going to have Katie hit the start timer button when we are ready. The screen will alert Katie to, the screen will alert Katie to alert me to say the word yellow. And then at the end of that countdown timer of 30 seconds, where I'm saying yellow every 5 seconds, another 2-minute countdown will automatically start. So we're not going to interact with Olive at all. We're just going to let her do her own thing. Hopefully on the webcam, you guys will be able to see her as well. You'll be able to see if there is a yawn. The room is relatively small, but you can't see everywhere. So take our word for it, whether she yawns or not. So we're going to go ahead and not click begin yet. Here we go. I'm going to switch back to our webcam here. All right, hey guys, it's me again. It's me, the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of move my webcam around here. I'm going to move it, I think this way. Is this how we move it? Yeah, there we go. I'm going to move it this way a little bit so that way you guys can see more of my office. And you guys can see Olive just kind of relaxing over here. So I'm going to move my chair out of the way here. And then, Katie, as long as you can see the screen, okay, we'll play this game. So I'm going to go ahead and click begin. So now we're going to, here we go. We're going to start the timer. All right, guys, I know you can't see what's on the screen right now. Hit start to begin the start countdown timer. It will alert you to say the word yellow every 5 seconds. All right, guys. here we go. First one. I know, hi, honey bunny. Yellow. 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 2 minutes starts. And that's the timer. All right. So it doesn't help when your boyfriend starts making dinner. And now Olive is like, hey, I don't want to be in here with you guys. I want to be out there because I hear all the pots and pans and cooking stuff moving around there. So I did not see a yawn from Olive at all. If you guys did see a yawn, please correct me if I'm wrong. There were lots of lip licks and whines and pacing and trying to kiss me, but she did not yawn. So on here, let me actually see. I'm going to click no. So on my screen, the only question that it has is, did Olive yawn? So I'm going to go ahead and click no. And it says at the bottom, remember, there is no incorrect answer. So I'm going to go ahead and click submit. And let me see here, guys, if I can do this in real time. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can add a source here. Let me see. Window capture. Dognition window. Okay. So this might look kind of awkward, but let me move myself down here and then move the Dognition window. All right. Looks like we can actually do this in real time. So yay! Cool. I'm going to put the webcam in front here, so this should be able to go behind me. Oh, there we go. So you guys can see this here. And I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller down here. Okay, so you guys can still see me. Let me check over there. Okay, awesome. So you guys can still see me. I'll just make myself bigger, bigger when needed. But as you guys can see, it says you have completed Yawn Warm-Up. Your progress has been saved. Although the first 2 games are relatively quiet and unusual, the presence and absence of yawning can tell us some very important things. So how surprised were you with Olive's choices? I'm actually going to click that I was pretty surprised. Olive does do a lot of yawning, kind of in general. So I am going to click that I was actually relatively surprised.
I was too.
So because I thought for sure she would yawn. I'm going to click submit feedback and click on to the next game. If you guys have any questions, it looks like we don't have any questions yet, but if you guys had any questions, please ask them. So we're going to move through these empathy games before logging off. Oh gosh, we're 35 minutes in. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope this has been interactive and fun for you. So now we're going to do the second part of the yawn game here. In this game, you will yawn at Olive. Researchers have shown that yawn behavior can convey intriguing cognitive insights. So we're going to go ahead and begin here. I'm going to switch over to just the Dognition page for you guys, and we are going to play the yawn game. So I'm going to mute my microphone so you guys don't hear me and play just the desktop audio.
What you need to play. Your dog. For this game, set up your play area as shown. We recommend playing this game in a closed room. Hit Start to begin. Your partner will signal for you to yawn every 5 seconds for 30 seconds. During this time, watch your dog for a yawn. After 30 seconds are up, another 2-minute timer will begin counting down. Continue to watch your dog for a yawn. Do not talk or interact with your dog during this time. It's okay if your dog wanders off, as long as you can see your dog. You will then be asked if your dog yawned during either period.
Time.
Only answer yes if you're sure you got a clear view of a real yawn. You and your dog will only play this game once.
All right, guys, so this game is going to be pretty similar, but a little bit different. So the parameters you guys can see from the instructions on the screen that you're on right now, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to be sitting down. Olive can be in whatever position she wants. I'm going to hit the timer, and then Katie will signal to me to yawn loudly, a nice big exaggerated yawn, every 5 seconds for 30 seconds. And then there'll be another countdown for 2 minutes, which is probably the most awkward part, is just sitting here like dorks for 2 minutes quietly. We're not supposed to interact with Olive at all, which is hard when I wanted to tell her, like, it's okay. You know, Dad's not going to share with you. Pay attention to me. And so we're going to go ahead and click begin. So you guys will actually get to see this page too, which will be kind of cool. Let me kick Theo out. He wanted to come in. All right, Fifi, come on. Come on. Go, Theo. Come on. Yes. Come on, Theo. Yes, let's go. Good job. Olive. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and change screens here so that way we've got the webcam. All right, you guys can see me. Olive wanted to go out and get snacks from her dad. So I'm going to go ahead and call Olive, hopefully only Olive, back in. Olive, you want goodie? All right, good girl. Good girl. Now you saw there's really no food out there. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and start the timer. The 2 minute starts. All right. more seconds. That's it. All right. So I hope you guys could see. I hope that I wasn't too much in the way, but Olive did yawn that time. I don't know if it had anything to do with me. I think it had more to do with the fact that Theo, who is obsessed with me, is not in here with me, and he is making a little bit of noise out in the living room about the fact that he is separated from his mama. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here that Olive did yawn, and click submit. I'm not surprised. I do think that she yawned more because of environment stressors versus me yawning, but I'm going to click that I'm not surprised because she is a yawner. She lip licks, she yawns, she does shake-offs as well. So if you guys have ever worked with me before, been to my body language seminars or reactive dog seminars, those are kind of the big three I always have everybody look out for. So, all right. So now we're going to play eye contact games. This, I believe, is the last one. So in the eye contact games, we're going to go ahead and click so you guys can just see the screen. No need to see me for this. So for the eye contact game, this warm-up will set the stage for the eye contact game, which will examine how long Olive holds your eye contact. Get ready for some loving stares. All right, let's begin. So we're going to go ahead and again shut off my microphone and give you guys the video.
What you need to play. Treats. For this game, set up your play area as shown. Call your dog's name
Callie.
and show that you are holding a treat. Place the treat beneath your open eye and stare at your dog. Have your partner hit start. Once your partner hits start, a 10-second countdown timer will begin. Do not talk or call your dog's name while the timer is running. After the 10 seconds, give your dog the treat. You will play this game 3 times to warm up before we start recording your dog's responses.
All right, guys, so these videos are really helpful, of course, to kind of convey everything that needs to be done. So in this game, I'm going to be standing up. I'm going to be facing Olive. I am going to, we're not going to care about what body position she's in. I'm going to call her name, show her that I'm holding a treat, and then hold the treat right below my eyes and stare at Olive. As soon as I have moved my food, my treat right below my eyes, my partner is going to hit the start button. During the 10-second countdown, I should not be talking or saying Olive's name. Once the 10 seconds is up, I will give her the treat. We are playing this game a total of 3 times. So we're going to go ahead and click begin. And you guys can see on this screen, it's just start timer, not really anything that we're going to care about at all. So I'm going to go ahead and switch us back over to the webcam. And I'm going to make the webcam, not move it. I'm going to make it nice and big for us. So let's see if I can do that. There we go. Yeah, because you guys care about me more than you care about this. So let's go ahead and do that. Gonna grab my treats here for little Miss Ollie Bolly. All right. And you can reach that from there. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys can see me all right?
I'll start it as soon as it goes up to your eye.
Yes, so you're going to start as soon as it goes to my eye. Actually, let's move the webcam up just a little bit so you guys can see both me and Olive, right? If I stand back here, yeah, you guys can see both of us. Okay, cool. So I'm going to bring the treat right up to my eye. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll grab grab the other cookies too, so that way we can just do it. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good girl. Good girl. So, let me show you guys this screen here. Actually, it just says your progress has been saved. Did you need to record anything? Okay, so we didn't need to record anything for the warm-up, so there's no surprising results because there aren't any results. This was just the warm-up. So now what we're going to do is click to the next screen, and we're going to play the eye contact game. So this, let's go ahead and make me smaller. Actually, let's not, because we can just switch to this. There we go. So for this last game, it's called the eye contact game. This game is very similar to the warm-up, but this time you'll hit stop on the timer anytime Olive looks away. When Olive looks away. After you complete this last game, your empathy results will be available. So that's one cool thing about the Dognition website is they will give you at least each category's results immediately, and then you'll get your profile test at the end. So this is the last game that we're going to play, and per usual, I'm going to shut myself off and let you guys watch this video.
What you need to play. Treats. For this game, set up your play area as shown. Call your dog's name
Callie.
and show that you're holding a treat. Place the treat beneath your open eye and stare at your dog. Have your partner hit start. Do not talk or call your dog's name while the timer is running. When your dog breaks eye contact for a full 2 seconds, hit stop and give your dog the treat.
Good girl, Callie.
Do not hit stop if your dog breaks eye contact for less than 2 seconds. At 90 seconds, if your dog continues to hold eye contact, the timer will stop and move you to the next trial. You and your dog will do this game a total of 3 times.
It's gonna be a long.
All right, guys. It's
Do it
gonna
a long time.
be a long time, so sorry that you just get to watch me awkwardly just stare at my dog. So same thing as the last time, only instead of the 10-second warm-up, we are going to be doing 90 seconds. And Katie will be stopping the timer if Olive looks away for a full 2 seconds. And Katie, I'm going to leave that up to you. I won't signal you in any way. Necessarily, if I just say like, oh, and give Olive the treat, then obviously we'll stop. All right, guys, so we're going to click begin, and we're going to switch to the webcam so you guys can see me here. I'll move me in the middle.
Face. So Olive faces me. And if you want me to move,
There we go.
I can.
Sorry, what was that?
Say Olive will have to be facing me so I can see where her eyes are.
Oh, yeah. Then I'll stand near you, but still on the camera.
Okay.
And that way you can watch too. I think we're doing it a total of 3 times, it said, so I'll grab 3 treats. So that way I'm ready. I think if I stand, I can stand here. And then everyone can still see me. All right. And I'll just say okay to start the timer just per usual.
Okay.
Okay. That one was hard.
I think she only blinked once.
Well, and also too, like the couple of times that she looked away, I was counting in my head and I was like 1, 2, and like
2.
Yeah, it was very close to 2. So guys, if you time me later on and you're like, oh, Olive looked away for, for 2 seconds at like 10 seconds in, then let me know. But also too, Katie, if it's helpful for you, you don't have to watch her. I can watch her and let you know if it's been 2 seconds. But I do like this angle so everybody else can watch too. All right, guys, we're gonna do the next trial here. All right. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's start that over.
Oh, yeah, because you had to click next
Yep.
or record. Yep. Okay. So there's the cookie. It's in my hand. Okay. Yeah, she stopped. I feel bad because you guys can see on the camera, I don't know if you can hear her squeaking, but when she doesn't know what to do, she gets very, I don't know. And you can see she tried it down, she tried a couple other things, so we're gonna do this last one and then we'll dissect her results, I guess. You've already got to the next screen? Okay, perfect, cool. All right, let's do this last one. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I feel like that was like a full.
Yeah.
That was a full 2 seconds that she just looked away. Like I don't know what to do. Again, if you guys actually get out a timer. I didn't think she would look away that quickly, so I didn't quite count. But it felt like 2 seconds where she really did kind of look away and lose interest. Actually, here I'm gonna give you a couple, just a handful of goodies. There you go. Just a small handful of goodies there. All right, guys. So I'm gonna switch us back to just the Dognition page here. So, she kept eye contact with me for quite a long time, so I'm not going to say that I was very surprised, because she is usually a dog who's very interested in looking at me, watching me, checking in with me, and so I'm not very surprised. I might even be 2 bones there. I'm not very surprised at Olive's choices. So now you guys can see at the bottom, we now have view results instead of, next here. So I want to see, did I actually click it? Oh no, I've clicked it twice. What do we do? View results. There we go. So you guys can see, congrats, share this page to show Olive's friends her results in empathy. Ooh, we've got to scroll down to see it. All right. Olive's empathy scores were off the charts. Empathy is the ability to feel what someone else is feeling. Humans are extremely empathetic. It is one of our best qualities. Empathy is not something we are taught. It is present even in young children, growing and strengthening as we get older. So let's go ahead and scroll down here and see. Yep. I am not surprised at all that it says researchers have recently suggested that other animals also have empathy, or at least a basic form of empathy. If this is true, dogs are an ideal place to look. Humans and dogs go back thousands of years, enough time for a bond between us to develop into something special. If most dogs are bonded to their owners, Olive absolutely adores you. So I am not surprised by Olive's test results for this one. She is very bonded with me. She looks to me for guidance all of the time. If we are outside and something spooks her, 99.9% of the time, she will run to me. If she's away from me, she wants to be with me. And so I am not surprised here. So I just want to see. Okay, so this is yawn game. Let's see here. It's just talking about her results here. Yeah, judging by the extraordinary length of time that Olive spent gazing into your eyes. Yeah, so this is just a little bit more about your dog's individual results, kind of copy and paste, I'm sure, just, based on how long and what results you had and you typed in. This is probably slightly computer generated. I mean, all of this obviously is computer generated, but I am definitely not surprised by Olive's results here. So we're going to go ahead and cut this at 9 o'clock here, just, another 2 minutes. And so that way you guys can get on with your Wednesday night. And as you guys can see, though, we have communication, cunning, memory, and reasoning before we get to Olive's cognitive profile. So I'm really excited about that. Probably, I think cunning is one that's quite short too. So maybe next week we might do communication and cunning, and then memory and reasoning the next week. We'll just see how it goes. I don't necessarily want these to be an hour every single time that we do them, unless you guys enjoyed watching for the hour. But maybe doing one group a week for the next few weeks. And then if this cunning one is the small one, like I remember, I can also show you guys Pork Chop's test results so you guys can see what hers looked like. So if you guys have any questions or comments, we're going to stay on live here for about another minute or two. So type those up. You can also post on the Facebook post as well, and I can answer any questions that you guys had. I hope that you enjoyed this live stream here. It looks like we do have a comment. I feel like dogs never really watched TV before, but now that we've got all of this high definition and 4K and crazy, refresh speeds and things like that, I think dogs can really pick up on what's going on our televisions and on our computer screens and stuff now. So I think that's kind of hilarious. So awesome, guys. I'm glad that you enjoyed watching, and I hope that you guys learned a bit. If anybody is going through the Dognition tests yourselves, please let us know on our Facebook page or comment on this YouTube video. I just think that they're really fun. And as you guys can see, they're really easy. For the empathy ones, I think when I played with Pork Chop, I didn't even... I think I just stood close enough to my computer that I was able to click stop, as soon as Pork Chop looked away. I don't even think for this one I needed a partner. There's definitely going to be some games in the future where you will need a partner. You'll need sticky notes, you'll need Dixie cups, you'll need all kinds of other stuff, but you could even get started tonight, kind of by yourselves if you guys wanted to. So, awesome. Oh, you guys are so very welcome. I hope you had fun, and we're going to go ahead and cut the stream at this point. So take care, you guys. Have a good night, and I will see you next week.